Some of you have been asking me how I revised for my A-levels, and here I am today presenting it to you in full. So I took further maths, physics and chemistry, and throughout exam season I did about 135 hours of revision. That's on average 2.8 hours a day. Obviously some days I did more, some days I did less, but it's a general idea of how much time you should be spending. Starting off with the maths side of things, I think pre-reading all your content and finishing it as early as possible means you can obviously start practicing much earlier than everyone else, and that puts you in a good position. Spam past papers, you can also do other exam boards and also old specifications, I think is really helpful as well. And you can find those on Physics and Maths Tutor by scrolling down to the bottom of the section called Maths Papers. A-levelmathsrevision.com's got questions by topic and harder questions, which are the A-star questions. If you don't understand anything, hop over to TL Maths and find, the chances are he's probably done a video on the topic that you don't understand. It was a lot of help for my further maths modules. Integral Maths, it's not only a great question bank, but it's also got some great notes if you don't understand topics as well. So if your school has Integral Maths, I'd recommend using that as well. MADAS for challenging questions, I used it notably for integration purposes and also equilibrium rigid bodies, which is further mechanics focused. A little bit of Bison Maths. Now he focuses more on Edexcel, but obviously there's a few overlaps there. So I did do a few practice questions from Bison, but not too much. And if I had to retake my A-levels or do them again, I would also sign up for Isaac Science. I think there's a lot of challenging questions on there designed to push you and really encouraging you to understand exactly what's going on. So if you have the chance, make sure you sign up for Isaac Science. What about the science side of things? Obviously the same principle of finishing content as early as possible. I think the textbook for sciences is okay for trying to understand one single topic, but don't do practice questions from the textbook. Always do practice questions from somewhere else, but trying to grasp a topic I think is acceptable. PMT questions by topic, and more specifically you can find something called more questions by topic. If you scroll down to the bottom of a module page, you'll be able to find this kind of stuff. Spamming past papers from 2017 onwards for my exam board, I think it's quite hard to run out of past papers, but if you do so, you can find something called practice papers, and I found them specifically at this site, Tutor Zone here. A lot of people don't know about this, but if you do run out of past papers, there are actually additional papers you can do. And for chemistry, I think this was the one subject where I used flashcards. I'm not a big fan of flashcards, but I think it's great for trying to remember particular topics that you constantly keep forgetting. So for me, that was transition metals, analysis and mechanism. There's so many colors in transition metals to memorize, so obviously I had to use flashcards to try and help me out here. And some general advice, obviously get enough sleep each night. Don't go into an exam all tired. Make sure you can balance revision with going out, so obviously be responsible with this. Don't go out every single day. And also be confident in your abilities. Go into that exam hall knowing that you've put in the work and you're going to do well. And I promise you, that's what will happen. Good luck to everyone with A-levels coming up, and go and smash those exams.